Hey fellas, well, as you can tell, I have my Zelda. Okay, so I have my Zelda. Okay, so by angle I gotta point to I have my Zelda poster put up, my 35th one behind my Super Nintendo one and beneath my Sith one. So I'm also definitely enjoying the Skyward Sword remaster so far. Another video on that's coming at you soon. Soon. So another Pokemon Vlog from X and the Moon. Ultra Legends one tomorrow. On Soul Subjects have been in following the franchise lately, so here we go. So let's start with today's topic. Pokemon Go Fest 2021. Last year, here it definitely had to be called off for everything that was going on then. But it's back this year, digitally. I actually was able to get my ticket for 75% off. And my first Go Fest, I definitely had quite a bit of fun with it. So I figure it's gonna be another video I'm gonna be doing the 5th anniversary game roll, but here's a short version. And I managed to get some special Ponyta and a Gardevoir, a couple of special Zigzagoon, in the Galarian form, which has been one of my favorite monsters, and of course a big one. Finally got Balawetta, and one of the special Pikachu. Well, you could choose, end up using like the Rockstar Pikachu, naming her Roxanne, and you definitely don't have to put on a red light there. It's definitely was well worth it, and shows how far this game has come in such a short time, and one of the few examples of a live service done right. And definitely a rare example of being as advertised, even in this day and age. No Man's Sky, all the puffery Sean Murray put up. Even people I knew who were excited for it, like the initial launch was definitely a rough patch. This one, man, was pretty like usual. Give it to me straight, man. It's basically you can catch things in the real world. The entire globe is your basically game board, or so you've been doing it since you were 10, and gonna have a whole bunch of fun and probably lose some weight in the process too. Well, that last one wasn't intentional. It's like going from like a hiker to like the triathlete. I lost 44 pounds in 6 months. Thanks, Pokemon Go. Speaking of new developments, and while some were split on the reveal of Switch OLED, it's not a full-on Switch Pro or Super Switch or new Nintendo Switch, at least not yet. It's to me, but the fact that the pre-orders just went live on Thursday and already sold out, at least at GameStop, Walmart and Amazon, to be determined. I'm still interested in it to be sure. I don't have an OLED display, at least not yet. But I'm seriously considering it. And part of the sizzle reel, there are also some new games having some footage up. And a couple which were MIA at E3. One of them being Splatoon 3, and I'll talk more about that another as it gets closer. The other being Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shire, and Pearl. While some people will split on the style of that game as well, I don't mind it. Again, and I just paid list price for a remaster again that came out a decade ago. Oh, and even though I'm glad that it got upgraded like 1080p and 6 frames per second, both things that the original Wii version was not capable of, I am actually glad they're going with that style. And I really do not mind it. Still plays all retro titles, but even I'll admit, even with just like last few months of development and everything going on, the progress has been made, and as I was saying, Hane, Hane, Game Freak is supervising this one to make sure they don't go too far. They're actually being developed by Ilka, which is going to be the first time AIM and other developers handling a main series entry, even if it's a remake. Like, I mean, I know that there's some apprehension. Personally, I'm one of the people actually oppose the idea of farming it out at all, but even though they've developed some stuff that's been less than up to snuff, like that PS4 Godzilla game, a handful of Naruto fighting games, as well as Code Vein, and I'm not gonna hold that against them because the variety of titles they developed has been quite impressive with stuff that has been quite well suited as Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and Yakuza 0, and Nier Automata, name a few, who and Saint Old Legends Arceus as well. I mean, I really think it looks quite interesting, and I'm really glad that that's the direction they're going. I mean, I think calling just like an open field is kind of a simplification. I mean, it's basically like suggesting in like that meme you see of like where in the middle of the desert where the scientist says sand, it tends to understate the scale of the location. I'm looking forward to both these remakes and the prequel for different reasons. It's definitely been years, and it's still the right time. I'll submit. And since like with Space Jam, like it's open number one, and actually surprised me. Okay, so moving right along. Finally have a release date in the US for Pokémon MonMasterJourneys on Netflix. And the first volume is going to start streaming on September 10th. It was going to be in the summertime, but I'm guessing, given the situation, something got caught up in the dubbing, and still working on the sub as well as other videos. I've been wanting to really talk about the series, and including a big one I could do. But right now, like I said, I'm going to Legend videos taking priority. I'm actually fine with it, and now the only thing that's left is, anime wise, I'm wondering about is the dub of Pokemon Secrets of the Jungle, or Pokemon Coco, which is new in Japan, and given how that just came out on DVD and Blu-ray there, scenes are leaking out, I would presume that there are going to be people subtitling that one as well. Also, there's that. And also, Pokemon Unite is coming in on Wednesday. And for those on Nintendo Switch at least for the 21st, like Multiverse is going to be later. And for the early adopters by August 31st, can have access to Zeraora. 3 times that. Zeraora, Zeraora, Zeraora. I like that monster. I like saying its name. This kitty cat can move as fast as lightning. I'll definitely have a video on that as soon as I can, and I'll definitely be giving you at least my early impressions on Wednesday. About it. I'm definitely curious to try it out after her last year. Some of the stuff looking up about the beta is actually kind of decent, but I don't really address that stuff mainly. And even as someone whose knowledge about MOBAs can probably fit on the back of a cocktail napkin, and I know ones that exist in that genre like Dota, Auto Chess, and Clash of Clans, but that's about it. I haven't really played that many of them. I could go either way. It could be something as good as Pokemon Conquest, or as underwhelming as Hey You Pikachu. We'll see. I mean, and so at least it's been another one that'll probably keep me busy until all the DP remakes as well as Legend Arceus come out. So anyway, that'll be all for now. I'll see you all tomorrow for a Pokemon Hunt Cinnamon Ultra Legends vlog. Still on Pony Island, and I will see you all later.